Hello, testing, 1, 2, all right. Hi, I'm Samuel.
And I'm Twan.
And we are gamers. I'm talking like hardcore gamers. Like for me, in order to compete effectively, I must forward multiple ports for optimal connectivity and to reduce lag.
And just as hardcore, it took me about 80 real-life hours, yes, 80 hours, to do all the breeding, racing, and feeding of chocobos in Final Fantasy VII to get the final summon material.
Hardcore. Did you know that 3.26 billion people worldwide play video games? And this number is increasing yearly. For many, video games offer a form of escapism, as it did for me. When I was a child, I suffered physical, sexual, and mental abuse by my adopted parents. Many sleepless days and restless nights passed as I looked for a way out, a way to curb that fear, and a way to dull that pain. Relief seemed to never come, and when it did, it was only temporary. When I was 10, I found a way out of my sadness when I met my friend Rio. Ooh, we became inseparable. In 1992, we searched the fields for wild flowers, rare fungi. We even thought of that neighborhood bully. By now, you all probably figured out that I was referring to Mario, a very popular video game character. See, what's interesting, the National Institute of Health sees video games as a psychological therapy. For me, this escape developed into a healthy hobby, coping response, and into a passion leading into my adult life. More surprisingly, to my incarceration.
Now, my passion for video games started out, unfortunately, as a hindrance, in the beginning at least. Started out at the age of 10 with a Nintendo system, and as time would pass, I would either upgrade to the latest and greatest, or I'd borrow a console from a friend. Either way, I wasn't outside, I wasn't in school, I was behind my controller, you dig? Now, I did manage to maintain an A-B grade point average all the way up until my senior year in high school. That's when I discovered one of my favorite games ever. Some of you guys are probably familiar with this title, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now, yes, I would skip school and play Zelda. Would I get punished for it? Yeah. Did that stop me? Nah. What it did do, though, is cause me to be 1 credit short of graduating on time. So even though I had all these college acceptance letters, all these scholarships, they were all made null and void because of that credit. I ended up sticking it out regardless. Got the 1 credit. I immediately went to the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah! Now, the skills that I learned in the Marine Corps, time management, prioritizing, discipline, and wait for it, patience, all led me to better handle my video game hobby, as well as life in general. Gaming then became a joy. I was able to share those stories, skills, and experiences with my children. Now, the first generation of gamers are now adults, and some are parents like me, and 74% of us report that gaming with our children being a powerful way to bond. Now, in raising my 3 children, Taylor, Tamira, and Trey, I didn't have much time, but then we discovered the world of Warcraft. This world provided us a place to spend time together, at least virtually. Now, me and my son came up with a tradition where we would wait in line for the midnight release of the latest Grand Theft Auto title. Stay up all night playing, and then, of course, his favorite part of the whole thing was being able to skip school the next day. Fast forward to my incarceration. My passion for video games led us to creating the team you see before you today.
What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Answer no. Answer no.
Okay, fine. Our combined passion led us to creating a show called Gamepocalypse. This is a show that runs on the Offender channel that features different YouTubers and streamers playing or reviewing different video games. Also a show called LFG, or Looking for Group, where we bring offenders onto the show in order to discuss various video game related topics.
Soon after 2 episodes aired, I noticed a different connection happening. Not only were we speaking on video games, but we was getting guests to express intimate details about their personal lives through gaming. For example, one guest named Twin, well, he told us how his lifestyle choices growing up landed him in prison. But through LFG, we found out he had aspirations of creating a gaming lounge for the youth in his neighborhood. And our guy Twin was dedicated in giving these kids an alternate choice that was positive. A year later, with his business plan and motivation, Twin took his ideas to a few investors. We're proud to say he had a couple of interested parties. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, through gaming, changes were occurring outside these walls as well as inside these prison cells. Many times on the grounds of Farmington Correctional Center, we were in the clusters of residents and staff discussing the latest episode of Gamepocalypse or inquiring who was the next guest on LFG, despite our differences. Many was even considering and discussing the career choices in the gaming industry, an industry that made a record $347 billion in the U.S. in 2022. But check these career stats out. Detroit native Richard Tyler Ninja Blevins, a very popular streamer on video games, Twitch.tv, well, he earned an estimated $500,000 per month, plus 19 million followers. Mind blown. So it's safe to say a career in gaming is not only possible, it's realistic.
Now, to be 100% honest, bringing people together wasn't my original intent. I was getting videos and information on the games that I enjoyed. But then I had an epiphany. I thought to myself, Twan, other people might enjoy this just as much as you do. So I decided to make a show out of it. Just like Samuel said, I was also part of numerous conversations between individuals who would, under normal circumstances, never, ever, ever communicate with each other. At least not in a positive manner. I was personally in awe by the fact that so many different people from so many different walks of life were not only bonding, but also forming friendships over their shared love of video games. And with 82% of gamers saying that video games have introduced them to new friendships and relationships, this clearly isn't something new. Now, there are as many type of people as there are type of gamers, and vice versa. But rather than arguing over their differences, people were bonding over their shared interests. So I guess in the end, that would make me and Samuel hardcore gamers as well as master carpenters, because we have been building and are continuing to build bridges of communication among people that's reinforced by our love for video games. So until next time, GG.
Or good game.
All right, fellas, thank you so much.